Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in. This is Samir reading for Sushant, who has done this comparison. Today we have with us OnePlus's latest upper mid-range smartphone, the OnePlus Nord 2. On paper, the phone looks like a definite upgrade over last year's OnePlus Nord. This is something we will be able to explore in our detailed review of the device in the future. However, for now we are putting it next to some of its biggest competitors to find out if it's better than them and also if it's worth your money. Because of the hardware it packs and the price point it retails at, there is plenty of competition for the OnePlus Nord 2. From the Poco F3 GT to the Mi 11X and even the Vivo X60 as well as the Oppo Reno 6 Pro, there are plenty of phones that compete with the OnePlus Nord 2 in terms of overall performance and the crown of being called the best value for money offering. During the course of this video, we will compare all these phones and find out where the OnePlus Nord 2 stands in relation to the competition and also find out which of these phones performs best when it comes to gaming and overall use. But before that, please subscribe to our channel if you are new and smash that like button if you like this video. Also, don't forget to share this and our other videos with your friends and family. Now with that out of the way, let's get into our mega comparison of these 5 phones. With the launch of the Nord 2 in India recently, OnePlus joined the ever-growing list of phone makers who are now using the MediaTek Dimensity 1200 SoC to power phones across multiple price points in the country. In fact, of the 5 phones we are going to be comparing today, 3 feature the new MediaTek flagship SoC, while the other 2, the Mi 11X and the Vivo X60, are powered by the Snapdragon 870 chipset. So eventually our findings should also help answer conclusively which of the 2 chipsets is better suited for gaming and handling performance-intensive applications. Talking about the chipset, both feature octa-core CPUs with the 6nm MediaTek 1200 SoC featuring a Prime Cortex A78 core clocked at 3 GHz, while the Cairo 585 CPU on the 7nm Snapdragon 870 featuring a Prime core designed to clock fast peak speeds of up to 3.2 GHz. The OnePlus Nord 2, Reno 6 Pro 5G and the Poco F3 GT all use the Mali G77 GPU, which promises powerful gaming performance and also brings support for MediaTek Hyper Engine 3.0 gaming technology that promises an improved gaming experience with wireless audio and ray tracing capabilities. In comparison, the Snapdragon 870 SoC phone uses the Adreno 650 GPU, which brings support for Snapdragon Elite gaming experience. Depending on your variant of choice, all these phones pair the core hardware of the device with high amount of RAM and fast storage. They also bring performance-focused features. For example, the Reno 6 Pro 5G offers virtual RAM, while the Poco F3 GT gets a dedicated game turbo mode where you fine-tune the performance of the device. So where does it all add up in the end? For basic tasks such as browsing the internet or using apps of daily use like Twitter, Instagram and the likes, all 5 phones perform equally well. There's really nothing here to differentiate them on the basis of performance, and none of them miss a beat and make sure the user's interactions with the phones are smooth and lag-free. And honestly, this is to be expected also, as all 5 phones feature powerful flagship grade hardware that is designed to handle basic tasks without even breaking a sweat. However, where the differences between the phones start to emerge is when you fire up games or start testing their performance using synthetic benchmarks. Let's start with the gaming performance of the 5 phones. For this, we tested them using Call of Duty Mobile and Asphalt 9 Legends. The performance of the devices in each game was recorded using our trusted GameBench service. For Call of Duty Mobile, the OnePlus Nord 2 was surprisingly right at the top when it comes to performance. GameBench showed the phone ran Call of Duty Mobile at a median FPS of 60 frames and a perfect stability score of 100%. This score was better than the other Dimensity 1200 SoC phones in this list, as the Poco F3 GT managed to run the game at a median 60 FPS but only 97% stability. The performance of the Oppo Reno 6 Pro 5G was the least impressive of the 3, as it clocked a median FPS of 60 but at a stability of 93%. While all 3 phones did perform well, as we can see there's only one winner here, and that for Call of Duty Mobile is the OnePlus Nord 2. Interestingly, this was also marginally better than the results of the Snapdragon 870 touting Vivo X60 and Mi 11X. However, of the 2, it was the Vivo phone that did better, as it ran Call of Duty Mobile at a median FPS of 60 and a stability of 98%. The Mi 11X also did good, as it also ran the same median FPS but slightly lower stability of 96%. Moving on to Asphalt 9 Legends, the OnePlus Nord 2 again scored impressive numbers as it clocked a median FPS of 60 but at a stability of 95%. This score was comparable to what the Poco F3 GT achieved as it ran at a lower median FPS of 59 but higher stability of 98%. The Oppo Reno 6 Pro 5G clocked a median FPS of 60 but faltered a little when it came to maintaining stability of the frame rates. As for the Mi 11X, it ran at a median FPS of 59 and a stability of 97. The Vivo X60 also threw up similar results, proving that there is very little to choose between the Snapdragon 870 chipset phones when it comes to gaming performance. Although the gaming performance of the 5 phones was satisfactory, we decided to dig a little deeper to find out which of these is best optimized for handling resource-intensive applications. For this, we relied on our battery of benchmark tests that lay bare the truth in front of us. To begin with, on AnTuTu, we got some interesting results as the Vivo X60 came in out of nowhere to pretty much blow the competition away. The phone's performance score was almost 20% more than its nearest competitor, Poco F GT, which scored an impressive 610,185 points. Next in the list is the OnePlus Nord 2, which managed to score marginally better than the Oppo Reno 6 Pro 5G. The lowest score on AnTuTu among the phones we tested was achieved by Xiaomi's Mi 11X, which scored little less than 6 lakh points. On Geekbench, the best performing phone was the Mi 11X, which scored 992 points in the single core and 3131 points on the multi-core test. Second in the list was the Vivo X60, which scored 968 and 3174 points respectively in the two tests. The Poco F3 GT finished third, while the Nord 2 followed in the fourth spot. The worst performing device this time was the Oppo Reno 6 Pro 5G. 3D Mark Wildfire followed the AnTuTu script, with the Vivo X60 again emerging victorious and the Poco F3 GT following close on its heels. The Nord 2 was third in this list, while the Reno 6 Pro 5G and Mi 11X completed the list by interestingly scoring the same score. However, when it came to PC Mark Wild, the best results were thrown up by the Poco F3 GT, followed by the Vivo X60 in second place. The Mi 11X in third, with the Nord 2 and the Oppo Reno 6 Pro 5G finishing in fourth and fifth place respectively. Now, after gathering all the data, we're left with answering one simple question. Is the Nord 2 the best upper mid-range phone you can buy for playing games and running heavy-duty apps right now? Well, the answer to that is a no. While it did handle games really well at high graphics settings and consistent frame rates, it did not emerge as the most powerful phone in the list when we tested it using a variety of benchmarks. Not only did it lose out to some of the tests to the Snapdragon phones, but at times also to the other MediaTek chipset devices in this list. So if you're looking to buy a phone for purely gaming performance and the ability to rack up high numbers on benchmarks, then maybe you can give the Poco F3 GT or even the Vivo X60 a look. The former also brings some gaming-first features, including maglev triggers at a similar price point as the new OnePlus phone. However, the OnePlus Nord 2 hands down beats the device in design and other aspects. Well, stay tuned for our full review of the OnePlus Nord 2, where we will delve deep into the other aspects of the smartphone, such as the camera, battery life, and more. Till then, keep liking our videos and sharing them with your friends and family. Also hit the bell icon to make sure you don't miss out on any of our new videos. Thank you so much for watching.